Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Ya Rabbi lakal hamdu kama yambawi li jalali wajhika wa azimi sultanik. Allahumma rabbana lakal hamdu bima khalaqtana wa razaqtana wa hadaitana wa farrashta anna. Allahumma lakal hamdu bil iman wa lakal hamdu bil islam wa lakal hamdu bil Quran. Amma ba'd. فأعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي ربي زدنا علما اللهم فقهنا في الدين اللهم إنا نسألك علما نافعا وعملا متقبلا ورزقا طيبا اللهم ثبتنا عند الموت بلا إله إلا الله آمين يا رب العالمين ربي يسر ولا تؤسر وتمم بالخير اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد اللهم اجعل عملنا كلها صالحا واجعله لوجهك خالصا ولا تجعل لأحد فيه شيئا آمين يا رب العالمين. Inshallah, we are going to finish Surat Munafiqun today, last ayah, and then we have some Quranic gems to share with you guys, and I misspell the word Quranic over here. Okay. So Suratul Munafiqun, and we are on our last ayah. وَلَنْ يُؤَخِّرَ اللَّهُ نَفْسًا إِذَا جَاءَ أَجَلُهَا وَاللَّهُ خَبِيرٌ بِمَا تَعْمَلُونَ. So lan, we know that this is a kind of word that give the meaning of future, and it negate, and it make fil mudariya mansoob, right? So these are all lan does. So lan yu'akhir Allahu. Akhir Allah, akhir mean to delay. We say mubtada muakhir, right? So same word. So walan yu'akhir Allahu, and the word Allahu is telling that this is the doer, right? So Allah does not delay for our nafs, for a soul, for anyone. Idha jaa, when it comes, ajaluha, again ajalu. So when his or her ajal, the fixed time period, we have fixed time period in this world to stay here, right? So when this limit, this fixed time is passed, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala never gives anyone even one single second, right? So he is not given any delay. Because last ayah was what? That person was asking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that give me some respite. That was happening, right? So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is answering over here that when the ajal comes, when the time, fixed appointed time, what you have in this world is done, then no more delay will be given to anyone. This is not the sunnah of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Wallahu khabirum bima ta'malun. And why is that so? Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows, he is all knowing, bima ta'malun, whatever you all do, right? Because he knows that this delay is not going to work out, basically, right? So he knows our natures, our behavior, so that is not gonna happen. That's why he doesn't give anyone any delay. So now the grammar point. Anyone wanna try this ayah? What kind of word is wow over here?
Would be wow ataf, harfu ataf here.
Harfu ataf, and what is lan?
Lan is the negation. The harf nasibatu.
Yes.
Harfu
Unasibat
nasib.
area.
Mudari.
Okay, so lan is very emphatic.
Emphatic,
The
yes.
one thing is because we give the meaning, the translation would be never, right? So lan is very emphatic, right? Then lan also give it negates. So it is negative, negates. And the third thing is it gives the meaning to the future.
Future.
So these things we need to remember about lan. It's very emphatic. It gives the meanings of no or negation, and it takes the meanings of fi'l mudariya into future. We know that fi'l mudariya can be future, but when there is lan, then this is 100% it is future. Otherwise, fi'l mudariya can be present tense as well, right?
Mhm.
So, but when lan comes, then this is 100% future. Okay, so then yu'akhira. What is yu'akhira? What kind of fail is it big family or a small family?
Big family.
How do we know?
You
Shadda
beginning.
in
Yeah, there is shadda, very good, and it is starting with
You.
u,
Oh, so.
right? It has dhamma, so that is telling us that this is big family. Okay, and what is the actual form of yu'akhira? What is the rafa version basically? This is nasab version, right? What is the rafa version?
Akhara.
Akhiru.
Yu'akhiru.
Ah.
Okay.
Acha,
It-
Rafa version. Okay.
Yeah, that is the rafa version. The regular version is basically rafa version. And then some words come, some harf comes, they can make it mansoob, and some other words can make it majzoom. Right? So fi'l mudariya has how many moods?
3 moods.
3. One is rafa, and rafa, when I say rafa, that is the regular form. Then the second one is nasab, and words can make it nasab.
Lan.
An,
Anlan.
Lam,
Likai.
Lam likai
Hatta.
hatta.
yes, an, lan, likai, idhan, hatta. So they all can make fi'l mudariya mansoob.
Mansub.
And the third one is
Matsum.
majzoom. And what are these words? These
In
are
lam lama. In
exactly,
lam lama wal falli.
exactly. In lam, lamma, wal, falli. They all can make fi'l mudariya majzoom, not majroor, majzoom. Right? So these are the 3 moods for fi'l mudariya. Does madi has any different moods?
No.
No, never.
Mm.
Okay, it is not gonna budge. It doesn't matter what comes before it. It is not going to budge. It's gonna remain same as it is. So walai yu'akhira. So that is fi'lun mudari'un mansubun bi lan.
Lan.
Fi'lun mudari'un mansubun bi lan, because of lan. And what is this, the word Allah doing here?
That's the file, the doer.
Yeah, so this is the file, this is the doer of, because yu'akhiru is file is what? Who is the file?
The inside file is huwa.
Exactly.
There can be an outside doer.
Yeah, and that is called what? When we are saying yu'akhira has huwa inside, right? We call it damir mustatir. Mustatir.
Mustatir.
Yeah. What is damir mustatir mean?
The fixed pronoun that is inside of file.
Attached.
Hidden, not attached, hidden. Satar, we say in Urdu, Satar. What is satar?
Oh, sutra.
Yeah.
Hide
Okay.
like a, yeah, being
Now we can remember it like with the satar.
Yeah. So
Jazakallah
satar
khairan.
is, and this is damir mustatir.
Mustatir.
What two damir are mustatir when we do any conjugation?
Here and who.
Yes,
Who.
huwa and hiya.
Mhm.
When huwa and hiya, these are two damir mustatir in there.
Mustatir.
That's why we find outside doer for them.
Okay.
Okay. The other of them, they have damir shown. For example, when we say naswarna,
Yeah.
right? When we say nasarna, so we cannot say the file is the damir is mustatir. Can we?
Muntasil here. No. It's
No,
seen.
because
Na is
this,
the file and it's
yeah,
the
na is the
Muntasil.
file over here.
Mhm.
Okay, so this damir is not mustatir.
and تقديره
That is muntasil, right?
No, that is not attached pronoun. Damir muttasil,
Muntasil is
we
attached
have
to it.
damir munfasil and damir muttasil. That is different.
Okay.
These pronouns in all these 14 sigas, they are not damir muttasil.
Mhm.
That is different story.
Mhm. Okay.
Okay, that is this nasar now over here. Basically, this is the file for this one. Yes, this is a kind of pronoun, but it is not the damir muttasil that we learn in ism.
Mhm.
Okay, so that is different. And one more thing, okay, forget about it. They also call it damir baris, but leave it alone. It's gonna be too heavy otherwise. So this is good enough that we should know that huwa and hiya, their damir are basically mustatir. Okay, now, so the word Allah is the file for yuakhiru, and then nafsan. What is this nafsan? What is the
Maf'ul.
exactly? So this is nasab in status. So for who Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala does not delay? For a soul, for a nafs, for a person, right? So this is mafulun bihi. Now this sentence is complete. So we have fail, file, and we have maful. Our sentence is complete. Now next is idha. What kind of word is idha?
Zarf.
Yeah, it could be zarf, and it could be shartiya. Zarfiya and shartiya. And if we are taking it as a shartiya, so then it is what?
Mudaf.
No, then is what role is Ida is then adatu shart, right?
Adatu shart, yeah.
Adatu shart, yeah. And we can then need the jawabu shart.
Yes,
Okay.
adatu shart and then felu shart before we have anything else. Where is felu shart?
Ja'a.
Is felu shart, right? And then what else? What is ajaluha?
That's the short part.
What is
Yes.
this maf'ul?
No,
Ajalu.
Ajalu.
File. Ajalu.
Yeah.
File and ba is the mafulun bihi.
no.
No.
Ajalu.
Ism plus
Ajalu.
plus attached pronoun.
Yeah.
Oh,
Maf'ul
ajalu
bihi.
plus mudaf layh.
Exactly. So the whole thing is basically the file.
Outside door.
Yeah, the whole thing is file for ja.
File.
Ja.
So that means they are one bucket,
Mhm.
right? So this is Iza is a dhatu shart and this is felu shart basically. The whole thing ja ajaluha is felu shart because they are connected together. And then adatu shart and felu shart is making shart part.
Mhm.
Now where is jawabu shart then?
Allahu kabirun bima ta'malun.
No, what the
No, that is a
starting
different
part, the
sentence.
wallahi yu'akhiru Allaha nafsan. Is that the
Is
jawab?
that
Allah-
making sense? When
Allahu
your
kabirun.
ajala came, Allah is khabirun bima ta'malun.
I know. Yeah, that doesn't make sense.
Is it making sense, Humaira?
No.
How
I
it gonna
will
make
not
sense
delay
then?
any person when they're
So over here, basically, order is switched.
Hmm.
Okay, so the shart part is delayed and jawabu shart is before. Basically, jawabu shart is muqaddam here.
Yeah.
See, if we say iza jaa ajaluha lan yuakhirallahu nafsan. Does that make sense now?
Can you repeat that?
Iza jaa ajaluha, when a ajal, when a time period come to anyone, or
Mhm.
her time period, her fixed time, his or her ajal or his ajal came,
Hmm.
lan yuakhirallahu nafsan. Then
Allah.
Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will not delay.
Wow. Yeah.
Is it making sense, Umaira?
Yeah.
So this is it. It is happening over here. Iza jaa ajaluha is the shart part and jawabu shart is muqaddam. Walan yuakhirallahu nafsan. So basically, this is jawabu shart. The whole sentence. Make sense?
Yeah, but grammatically, how to decide this? It's okay when you know the translation. Probably it's easier.
Yeah, exactly. The context and translation gonna help us out.
Yes.
Otherwise,
Very
it's not. We cannot dream about it. Yeah, this is
exactly.
the shart, and then jawabu shart is muqaddam. Obviously, we need to translate. We need to ponder,
Yeah.
and then we are going to figure it out. Yes, this is what it is happening here. Okay, and then next one, wallahu khabirum bima ta'malun. And now this is just jumla ismiya by itself,
Mm.
right? Or basically it is giving a reasoning why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala does not give respite to anyone, why he does not delay. Wallahu khabirun bima ta'malun, because he knows. So this is very easy. Who wanna do this
I'll do it.
sentence?
Can I?
Mhm.
And is harfu ataf. Allah is mubtada.
The word Allah,
The word
lafzul
Allah.
jalala is
Abdul
mubtada.
Jalala is mubtada.
Mhm.
And khabirun is a khabar.
Mhm.
And bima ta'malun is muta'alliq bil khabar.
Well, something more going on in bima ta'malun. Can you figure this
Yeah.
out?
Bima is again there is ma is what do you say, mubtada.
Why
And ta'malun,
mubtada? We already have mubtada khabar, and now we are having a new sentence.
bima ma is this, I think, no, it's a mausul, right?
Yeah, but we have ba, right? So
Mhm.
this is
Yes.
harfu jar.
Oh
After
yeah, yeah, yeah.
harfu jar is the ism of this harf. So
Yeah,
they
it's a
cannot be mubtada.
correct. It's a
Oh,
majroor, it is, yeah.
Okay,
Mm.
so what? And then ma is mosula. You said what
Mm.
we are expecting.
Silatul mausul.
Where is silatul mosul?
Ta'maluna.
Okay, so that means they are one bucket.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
what this bucket is doing here?
Okay.
Now it is mutalik.
Bil fair.
Exact.
Bil
Not
khabar.
yes, MBK. So this whole thing is MBK.
Yeah.
So basically, whatever you all do or doing or will do, subhanallah, you know, this is fil mudariya, right?
Yeah.
So whatever you are doing right now or you will do in future, Allahu Khabirum. Subhanallah. That's why no delay is given to us. He knows our behavior pattern. So now something more going on. One thing is that we are taking it as a Isam Mosul, right? So Isam Mosul and it's Sila, and basically we are giving the label of MBK. This is one way. So one way is MBK. The other way to look at it, if you guys remember, Ma Masdariya.
Right?
So Ma with Fi'l Mudariya is basically creating a masdar over here. Masdar mean
It becomes a
Noun.
noun, right?
The noun.
noun.
Action. Yeah.
Yeah, name of the action. So amal, amala, and now what would be the name of this action?
Mm.
Deed.
Mm.
Deeds,
Mm.
right? So bima ta'maluna. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is khabir about your doings, about your deeds,
Mm.
about your deeds and doings. We can also kind of translate like that.
Okay.
And about your deeds. Why I'm saying your deeds? Because this is ta'malun,
Yeah.
you,
Mm.
right? So because of that, we need to add your deeds. And now basically this ma, if we are taking it as a ma masdariya, that's why we are saying that, okay, this is MBK, right? Because ma ta'maluna is basically creating a masdar. And that we're gonna say this is fi mahalli jar. Why? Because of this ba.
B.
Right? So this is basically is a majroor fi mahalli jar, because this is a majroor. And what is the benefit for taking it as a ma masdariya? So one way is that we are taking it as a MBK, and the other way is we are saying that this basically is ma masdariya. Ism Mosul. One way is we are taking it as a Ism Mosul, the other way we are taking it as a Ma Masdariya. So now Ma Masdariya, basically it is making one noun over here. And why Ma Masdariya? Because when we have Ma Masdariya, instead of using the regular masdar, for example, it should be be ama, be so amal, right? Be
Only.
be or amal, we can say, if we want to make it plural, be amalun, right?
Amalin. No?
Amalin, yeah. So Allahu khabirun bi amalin, or amalikum, we can say, we can add kum if we want to add. Right? So that should be the regular masdar. But ta'maluna then, but this amal then does not have time period.
Yeah.
And it cannot have doers. So amal over here is not showing the doer over here, but in ta'maluna we have doer as well, which is antum. Right? You all do. So there is a kind of we know that who Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is talking to. So we have doer over here. So that are the benefits when we are taking it as a ma masdariya. So when ma masdariya comes, ma masdariya plus fi'l mudariya, we will have doer, right? And we will have time period. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying now and even in future, right? So all time period is in there. And what else?
And sister, when it becomes a noun, it is like a permanent feature, right? Like it is like, if I'm not wrong, like if it is a verb, like it is like temporary, but this is like you are always like that it is, right? Or am I wrong?
Yeah, ism is more permanent because it does not have time period, right? But over here, when we are saying tamalun, it is again because this is fi'l mudariya and it is covering both present and even future. So basically, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying that whatever you will do now, or doing it right now, or you will do in future, he is knowing of everything, right?
Hmm.
So yes, we also say that ism is more permanent because it doesn't have any time period. But over here, even ta'malun is basically covering the timings, right?
Hmm.
All timings now and even for the future. And plus it is giving us doer.
Hmm.
Right? So it is kind of more details. Even it can have maf'ul over here after that.
I remember last time when sister was explaining to us, she said, why we took master muaghal instead of master?
Mhm.
Because exactly because of this time period and the doer and the maful. And meanwhile,
Yeah,
master will not have all of that. Master is fixed in time.
exactly. Yeah. Even
That
the
was
last
the
ayah,
little bit I
we were
remember
doing.
from last class. Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah. So even we can add like a lot of maf'uls over here. So that's why ma masdariya kind of becomes more detailed about anything, right? So this is how we can look at. And about khabir. Now khabir, do we know any word that can match or rhyme with khabir?
Kabir,
Kabir, yes. What else?
Sagir,
Yes.
Atir.
Even we
Jalil?
say Rahim,
Rahim. Yeah.
Kareem.
Very nice.
Fatir.
These are all the names of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Rahim, Kareem, Kabir, right? These are the names of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And what is the patron? This patron is called,
Fa'ilun,
yes,
Fa'il.
Fa'ilun patron.
Yeah.
And Fa'ilun patron, what is the beauty of this patron? That whatever quality is mentioning in that whatever attribute is being mentioned in this, for example, in Rahim, Rahma is mentioned, right? So that means that this habit or this attribute is inherent, like it is permanent, inherent quality, inherent quality of someone. So that means even though someone is sleeping, for example, if you say someone is very, let's say some person is very patient, even though he's sleeping, he's not showing patience, but this habit is inherent in him. When he gonna wake up, he gonna show mercy. He gonna have, he gonna be patient, right? So we can see that Allahu Khabirun, that's why we say all knowing. That's why the all knowing, or even Basir, all seeing, Sami'. Basir is, Basir is all seeing and Sami is all hearing. So these are Fa'il patron, meaning these qualities of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala are embedded. So he is Khabir in all time. Right? So this is also beautiful over here, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying that he is well aware or all aware of whatever they are doing right now or they will do in future even. This is just for us. And now some people say that when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala already know that someone is gonna end up in hellfire, right? So like they think that, okay, this is all already Allah's plan, that somebody gonna end up in hellfire and somebody gonna end up in Jannah. But this is not the case. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows or has the knowledge because he has the knowledge, right? But having knowledge doesn't mean that somebody gonna, if somebody is ending up in hellfire or in Jannah, it has nothing to do with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. For example, if some teacher knows, he has many students, he knows that, okay, this student gonna gonna top in the class, and the other student, he knows he gonna fail in the class. But he is going to test them, right? So now the result is gonna be obvious, or the result is the record showing that yes, this person end up failing and the other person end up having good marks. So knowledge of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's knowledge that, okay, somebody is gonna end up in hellfire or in Jannah, it is the knowledge, right? So we should not be, people think that, okay, when it like Jannah or hellfire already written for us, then we should not be doing anything, right? We're gonna end up in hellfire anyway or in Jannah anyway, right? But when you listen that this taqdeer or whatever is written, basically with our action we are going to prove it, and then it is going to be written for us. And may Allah give us tawfiq that whatever shortcomings we have in our life, we keep fixing them and we keep repenting on them to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and He is Ghafurur Rahim.
I think it's just in my
Um,
humble opinion.
Opinion that it's not even with our, not only with our action, but it's only by the mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that we will enter Jannah,
Exactly.
inshallah.
But our actions are going to be kind of like
A
tend to
positive point.
make Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala merciful on us, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So yes, even when Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam mentioned that to his companions, and they were surprised, and they asked Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam that even you will not enter Jannah because of your actions. He said, no, not even me. Only out of mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But that doesn't mean that we just say, okay, just mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, so action doesn't matter, so we need to just sit and do whatever we like. So obviously our action are going to take attention of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
yeah.
Actions are going to show that how much we love Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
And like
And
if
then
not
He is
action,
going
but
to,
our efforts, like in doing that action, that
Yeah.
thing even doesn't happen. Our efforts should be there.
yeah, exactly. Efforts, actions, intentions, all these required. So that was it. That was our last ayah. And then basically this is what already I explained. So wow over here we can take as a istinafia as well, meaning it is starting a new sentence. It has nothing to do with the previous sentence. So this wow could be istinafia. And how we differentiate istinafia, basically when we see the translation, we are not going this wow to be translated as and. So then in that case, we should know that this is basically wow istinafia. Otherwise, it's kind of tricky to find out unless we can see through that, yes, this sentence is not connected to the previous sentence, or that's why we can take it as a istinafia. Because in Arabic, we know that a sentence, a new sentence even can start with and. In English or in other languages, I think we do not start any new sentence with and, but in Arabic it does. So lan, we already know this is harfun asibatul mudariya. Yuakhiru is, this is family 2. It is like allama, yuallimu family. And then the word Allah is the outside doer. Nafsan is mafulun bihi. Iza, we can take it as a zarf or shart. Right? If we are taking it as a zarf, what we are expecting after? What is ja'a ajaluha?
Mudaf ilayhi.
Mudaf ilayhi.
Exactly. So that is going to be our mudaf ilayhi fi mahalli jar. Okay. And we can also take it as a adatu shart, and then ja ajaluha. This is felu shart. And we know that, and basically iza jaa ajaluha. This is the shart part, and walan yuakhirallahu nafsan. That is jawabu shart, which is muqaddam. And then wallahu khabirun bima ta'malun. So wallahu is the mubtada, khabirun is the khabar, and bima ta'malun, this is MBK, and ma is ma mawsula, and ta'maluna is the sila. And then fa'ilun, the khabirun is on the pattern of fa'ilun, that is called ism mushabbatul. No, what is that name? Ism sifa, or there is another name for it? I'm forgetting it. So just call ism sifa then. And then lan, for lan, how we differentiate? We say lan is harfu nasbin. Why harfu nasbin?
Because it makes the next fail in the nasab status.
Fail mudariya, because
Fail
lan
mudari.
makes fail mudariya nasab in status. Then nafiyin, it negates, it make it like in negation, right? Why
Yeah.
istakbalin? What is istakbal mean?
Future.
Future.
Yeah.
Okay, in Urdu we say istakbal mean welcome, but over here istakbal is not welcome. So this is future. And then ma mastariya together, ma ta'malun is basically amalukum, right? So this is your deeds, your doings.
I have a question.
In regards to the previous slide, please. The majzoom letters are unlan, yaki, izan, and hatta, right? They when they comes in after that, it'll make the thing majzoom, the word.
Fail
In lam.
mudariya, it is they are going to come before fail mudariya, and
Before
they are
fail.
going to fail mudariya mansoob. An, lan, likai, izan, hatta mansoob. And in lan,
Illam.
in lam,
lam.
lamma, wal falli. Okay,
lam.
in
Lan. In.
lam,
Lamma.
lamma, wal, fal, and li. So they make majzoom. They make fail mudariya majzoom.
So what is the unlan then? That's the
Mansoob.
futurity, and that's the for the mansoob thing.
Mansoob, yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
they make fail mudariya mansoob.
Yeah.
Okay, we need to, these harfs should be on top of our head. We should know them really well. Which
Yeah.
one makes majzoom and which one make mansoob?
Yeah.
Okay, so when we are, if you memorize them in order, so when an comes, right away I know that an make masdar muawwal, right? So this is how I remember and how I have memorized them. So when I say an, I right away know, okay, this is all mansoob family, an, lan, likay, izan, hatta. And when I say in, and in I know this is adatu shart and it makes fail mudariya majzoom. So now whatever I have memorized with in, lam, lamma, wal falli, I know they are jazimatul mudariya. Make sense?
Yes.
Yeah, so we need to memorize them. Okay, now for our memorizing purpose, we are memorizing, and there is a beautiful way to recognize that sometimes we have wallahu bima ta'maluna khabir, but sometimes you will see wallahu khabirum bima ta'malun, right? So the people who are memorizing the whole Quran, sometimes it becomes very tricky, right? So how basically we can differentiate them? So and the beautiful tip over here given is that, I think it's here. So basically it is saying that when we say Wallahu bima ta'maluna khabir, we need to always, this part is basically the second part, and there is something related to it. So we need to look on the related part, what it is saying. If it is talking about the action of basically of mankind, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala always gives example, right? Or maybe some command is given, right? So it is talking about some actions. So whenever there is action before it, so we will see that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in Quran Pak, we will find Wallahu bima ta'maluna khabir. Whatever you all are doing, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is very well aware. Now over here example, Zalikum tu'azuna bihi. So this is tu'azuna is basically from was. What is was? Waw, ain and za.
Nasiha.
Nasiha, advice, right? Even for Juma khutbah it is used, was, right? So when somebody is advising something, Zalikum, and this kum over here is basically Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is talking to all of us, whoever is reading Quran Pak, reciting Quran Pak, this is the khitab to all of them. Zalikum tu'azuna, that is nasiha for you all. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bihi, with it. So some nasiha, some advice is given before it, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying that this is the advice for all of you. So now advice and action is required over here. So some action are given over here, and that's why it says Wallahu bima ta'maluna khabir. And whatever you will do or you are doing, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is well aware of it. And then
Zalikum is like Zalika and Kum together.
yeah, that I'm going to explain that. So basically
Okay.
Zalika, we said that, okay, Zalika, this is Ismul Ishara, right? We learn this way. Zalika, what is Haza? Haza and Zalika. Yes. So Ismul Ishara Kareeb, and this
Ba'id.
is Ismul Ishara Ba'id. This is how we learn. And we thought this is one word. But actually this is not one word. Now you guys are old enough, so I can explain. Basically, only Za is Ismul Ishara. Lil Ba'id. Only Za. And then Zali, this Lam is called Lamul Bodh. Bodh mean like for pointing something in far. For example, this Bad word is used in this dua. It says, Allahumma ba'id. Oh Allah, you put a distance baini, between me, wa baina khatayaya, and between my mistakes, my shortcomings, my errors, my sins. So put a distance between me and my sins, kama, as ba'atta, you have put distance bainal mashriqi wal maghrib. Beautiful dua. I hope that you guys have memorized, and this is like when we in Subhanakallahumma, when we in Salah, we say Allahu Akbar, right? And after that we recite Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika, right? And this is also, that is called dua istiftah. Istiftah mean like opening dua. Okay, and this is beautiful. If you guys did not have memorized it yet, I will share with you guys. You need to memorize it. And before Ramadan, and inshallah, that is going to beautify your salah.
Please share it. Jazakillah.
Yeah.
With the translation, please.
Yeah, with the translation, and inshallah, I can explain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will leave in our
Inshallah.
group, inshallah, with all the translation and even grammatical thingy. Okay, so inshallah, you guys.
Ba'atta or ba'itta? Kama ba'atta?
Kama ba'atta. Yeah. Kama, yeah. Yeah. Kama ba'atta bain al-mashriqi wal-maghrib. So this ba'ad, basically, this lam is lamul ba'ud. Like this is the lam that is giving the meaning that something is far, and we are pointing to this far thingy. So this lam means that. And this ka is basically mukhatib, like the one who Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala or anyone is talking to. So zalika basically has three parts. Za is only the ismul ishara. So that is, when I say za, basically I'm saying that is. Then lam is lamul bud, which is saying that something is far. And then ka is, it could be ka and it could be kum. We will see in Quran Pak, zalika and then zalikum. So what's the difference? Difference is over here in ka, mukhatib is singular. And in kum, mukhatib is plural. So zalikum, when we see in Quran Pak, zalikum, basically Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, you all need to pay attention. I'm pointing towards something. So basically this kum is mukhatib over here. And when it is zalika, so then mukhatib is singular. So this is the breakdown for zalika over here. So over here, zalikum tuwazuna bihi. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is addressing all of you, all of us basically. Then in next example, yarfa illahu allazina amanu. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will raise the ranks of those amanu who believed minkum among you. So whoever among us believed in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he is going to raise the rank of theirs. Wallazina, and those utul ilma who have knowledge, who are given knowledge. Darajat, ranks. Wallahu bima ta'maluna khabir. Now this ayah is talking about action or the attribute of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala as khabir. It is talking about action, right? So whatever Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying that these believers, those who believed among you, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala raised their ranks, and those who are given knowledge according to their action, according to their efforts, according to their intention, right? They are given. So over here, the khabir over here is not as a attribute of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, but rather it is explaining the action, according to the action. Wallahu bima ta'maluna khabir, and he knows whatever you all do. So he is the knower of our actions, right? So over here then we see bima ta'maluna khabir. Now over here, walan yuakhirallahu, the ayah just we did, walan yuakhirallahu nafsan, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will never delay for any nafs. Wallahu khabirum bima ta'malun. Now over here, this khabir is basically the attribute of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Wallahu khabirum bima ta'malun. Next, in this ayah, wal tanzur nafsun ma qaddamat lighad. So every nafs, every soul should see. Now wal came, wal falli, right? And this is madzum, wal tanzur. Wal tanzur nafsan, every soul should watch, should realize, should review, should analyze herself. Ma qaddamat lighad, what it has given or sent forth. Ghad, ghad is tomorrow. And is that tomorrow is literally tomorrow, or what it is referring to?
For
Hereafter
the world
Future.
hereafter.
or hereafter.
Hereafter. So every soul should keep analyzing, keep realizing, keep reviewing what it is sending towards hereafter. And then wattaqullah, fear Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Inna Allaha khabirum bima ta'malun. So now over here, this khabir is related to attribute of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Inna Allaha khabirum bima ta'malun. Fa'aminu billahi. So you all should believe in Allah, wa rasulihi, and in his rasul, one nuri, and his nur, which can be the knowledge, his deen, his Quran, the sunnah of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, all can be nur. Allazi, the one who anzalna, he sent down, and now it is basically, we can say that referring to Quran. Even it can be the sunnah, because sunnah, the revelation is coming to Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So allazi anzalna wallahu bima ta'maluna khabir. So now over here, basically, according to our iman, what action we will do, right? So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is very well aware of our deeds. So this is how we can look at. So it says basically in the verse shared, there are two parts you have to understand. This is not exclusive to Al-Basir, as there are many examples. So we see Wallahu bima ta'maluna basir, khabir, right? All these combination comes. And again, it is saying that basically that kind of ayah would have two parts. The first part is action he is knowing, and the second, the name and attributes, saying that he is all seeing. So that is going to explain us that if it is talking to action of the human beings, right? So then basically the action are going to be mentioned first, and then the attribute of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will come. And if it is referring to only name and attribute of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then obviously it will come before. So to know which of the two precede the other, it depends on the context of the verse. If the context of the verse is speaking about an action, then the action precedes the name and attributes. For example, over here, Ya ayyuhallazina amanu la takunu kallazina kafaru, do not be like these kuffar. Waqalu, and they said, li ikhwanihim, to their brothers, idha darabu fil ardi, when they are going in the way of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, aw kanu ghuzzan, or they are going for ghazwa, for war. So either they are just going for anything else, like maybe preaching or whatever, in the sake of in the way of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, obviously they are going. So it could be many different ways to go in the way of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Other way is ghuzan, like a ghazwa or war. So if they are going for this purpose, law kana indana, what these kuffar used to, so these munafiqin, they used to say that they are stupid, why they are putting themselves in danger. Law kana indana, if they remain with us, ma matu, then they would not have died. Wama kutilu, or never they being killed. Liyaj'alallahu, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has made Zalika, this, hasratan, hasrat, like a regret, fi qulubihim, in their hearts, wallahu yuhyi wa yumeet, and Allah knows, Allah yuhyi, he is the one who gives life, wa yumeet, and he is the one who gives death. Wallahu bima ta'maluna basir, and he knows what he sees what you all do. So again, the action, their words, their comments, their whatever they are saying or planning or commenting, right? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is talking about actions over here.
Yeah, like he's watching us, and the Basir, it said that he can see everything. Like the other one is attribute if it's come before. So this one we can translate it as like he, whatever we are doing, he's watching us, like he's looking at us.
Bima ta'maluna, right? So
Yeah,
basically
whatever.
ta'maluna, why not wallahu basirum bima ta'malun, right? That could be the combination as well. So over here, wallahu bima ta'maluna. So this ta'maluna, our deeds are kind of brought before.
Preceding.
So Allah subhanahu, because the whole sentence is talking about actions over here, right? So Allah, that's why ta'maluna is before basir. Otherwise, it could be wallahu basirum bima ta'malun. So what's the difference? That's what I'm trying to explain over here.
I got it, understand. Jazakallah khair.
Oh, yeah. Another example is hum darajatun indallah. So they have their darajat, their ranks near Allah, special with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Wallahu basirum bima yamalun. So now this is basically referring that how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the attribute of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that he is watching and he will give darajat, right, to these people. So that's why we see that Basir is before the Yamalun, because it was basically talking about the attribute of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that he watch and accordingly he grant darajat. So he's watching our action, our actions are being recorded. Okay, so now this ayah is basically what lesson we should be driving from this one. Why extension wasn't given to this person? He's begging, he's pleading. But why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is not giving him any extension? Number one, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given us a time period in this world already. Everyone has to write a answer sheet within this time period. When we go in exam, everyone is given 2 hours or 1.5 hours or 3 hours, whatever is time given. When this time is done, is that examiner going to give even 1 minute more to anyone? No, that's not fair, right? So same, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, we have time in our hand right now. Yes, some people have more time, they are given long life, and the other are given less life, but this is how it is. This is our taqdeer, right? So whatever, that's why whatever time someone is given, we should not be wasting that time. That time is money, that time is investment for us. Every second, every minute, we should be doing something towards our akhirah. We just see wal tanzur nafsum ma qaddamat lighadan. Right? So we need to be well aware what we are sending towards our hereafter. When we need to go to travel, what do we pack in our luggage? The very need or very valuable things. We do not even we don't take our old clothing with us, right? Our good clothing, comfortable clothing, valuable things, right? This is how we pack our when we are going on vacation. But imagine we are packing towards our akhirah all these filth in our luggage. And when we're gonna open over there, what we're gonna find there?
Nothing valuable.
Exactly. So we have plenty of time in our hand right now. Alhamdulillah for all this health. Alhamdulillah for all these risks. Alhamdulillah for all this knowledge we are gaining. Alhamdulillah for every second we are breathing, right? So that's why we need to keep an eye on our actions, what we are doing and what we are sending towards our akhirah. We should not be among those who are going to regret, even though everyone is going to regret. What they will regret, even though some people are in Jannah, still they are going to regret. Why? Because they see other people in a higher rank. Their Jannah house is more beautiful than them. And they are going to regret why we didn't work hard so we can be over there above them. So everyone is going to have a regret. But we should not be regretting ending up, Nauzubillah, somewhere else. So why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is not going to give any extension to anyone, because this is the time we need to utilize, right? And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has full news. He knows our like he knows that what are our behaviors, right? What are our natures? He has created us. He knows us really well. He has knowledge of future. He knows us very deeply, right? So he knows that even though if someone is given some respite, they are not going to avail it. So that's why the lesson is we need to stop wasting time. We need to stop delaying things. Sometimes we delay on good things. I will learn that I will join this course later, and this later never comes. Many
Get in
ask
your
me,
way.
when are you going to start a new course? I'm going to start a new course. I said, no, I'm not sure I'm going to start a new course ever. You need to join this one and you can catch up. Right? So we should not be just waiting and waiting for the opportunities. Whatever opportunity come in our way, just grab it. We need to stop procrastinating things. And that is the best tool of shaitan for us. He always make us delay things. He always make us procrastinating things. We want to give charity. Okay, later, maybe when you will sit on your computer, then you can give this online, right? And when we are on the computer, okay, check this email or do this or that. And then we're gonna forget next day, next day, next day. And sometimes we have a very good intention to do some things, but he play with us and he keep us making things delay. And this is how we forget many good things. and we cannot hide behind our excuses. We say that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is Rahim, right? He is Kareem and he is Ghafoor and all these. Subhanallah, yes, he is, no doubt about it, but he is just as well. If someone is sacrificing this world for his sake, and the other people, they are enjoying this world, and then they are thinking that Allah is Rahim and he is going to forgive him or her or grant him or her Jannah, how it is going to be fair with the other person who is sacrificing in this world? They cannot be equal, right? So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is just as well. We need to think about it. If we are just on this like just think that, oh, he is Rahim, and not fixing ourselves, not doing our Islah, then basically this is the sign of hypocrisy. We need to keep fixing ourselves. Every single day we need to analyze ourselves. What are we sending towards Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, towards our hereafter? That should be our goal. Every day should be better than
Day
last.
before. Mhm.
Okay, that should be like, that is also a kind of clue that if our salahs, our good deeds are being accepted by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala or not. If you see yourself that yes, you are doing mashallah more and more good deeds,
Mhm.
and if you are more into salah, if you are learning more about your deen, all these are basically the signs that yes, your good deeds, your salahs, and whatever you're doing are being accepted by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That's why he's giving you more opportunities to do good. So that is really kind of a gauge we can see ourselves. We can analyze ourselves. Is every day I'm getting better or I am going behind? So may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us among those who always do good deeds for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and do not delay, do not procrastinate, and may Allah keep us safe from tricks of shaitan to make us delay on good things. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala does not make among those who are going to have a big regret on that day of judgment, and begging and pleading Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to send them back. We have time right now, so we need to avail it. So with that, inshallah, we are done with Surat Munafiqun. And may Allah accept from us. May Allah make us among those who are going to bring that knowledge into action. That is really important. Just listening and doing Arab and just having the moments of feeling, and after that we are done. That is basically everyone. Whenever we listen to Quran, that is the condition most of the hearts, because Quran is miracle. It does touch the hearts. But we should not be like just at that moment, only in that moment, and after that we forget everything. So may Allah make us among those who are going to bring all this knowledge into action. Now I put a few things over here which are beautiful, kind of gem of Quran. So in Quran Pak, we see the word zunub and sayyi'at. And basically both are translated as sins, right? But Ibn Qayyim, rahimahullahu, he said that whenever Zunub is mentioned in the Quran Pak, what is intended from it are the major sins. So Zunub, they said they are major sins. And Sayyiyat are mentioned in the Quran, what is intended from it are minor sins or misdeeds. So Zunub is major and Sayyiyat is minor. Upon reflection of the verses of the Quran, we find that the phrase maghfira is basically ghafara, right? This is from ghafara. Ghafara yaghfiru. And from that Isam ala comes. We will learn when we will do surf that from family 1, we can drive Isam ala as well. What is Isam ala? Isam ala is basically the tool. So the tool of ghafara mean to protect. We say forgive, right? So ghafara also mean to protect. And maghfira, from that comes isamala, maghfira or mighfar. Mighfar, what is mighfar? Mighfar is basically helmet. What does helmet do?
Protect.
Protect you. And now you can link between maghfira. Maghfir is helmet, and maghfira is basically we are asking the protection of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala or forgiveness of him, right? So the phrase maghfira, forgiveness, is paired with zunub. Zunub, we said major sins, right? And with the zunub, maghfira is mentioned. And that's why they are saying, because maghfira need Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's forgiveness, right? And basically that is they are saying that they are major sins. And then for sayyi'at, we will see the word takfir or kaffara, yukaffiru. What is kaffara mean?
To deny or to conceal the truth.
Yeah, kafara mean kafara. What is kufar is basically they are hiding. They are hiding the truth. Even kafir word, we say kafir means like the one who is kafir, not believer, right? But kafir in Arabic also means farmer.
Farmer.
What does farmer do?
He hide the
He
seed in
puts
the
the
ground.
seeds in the soil. He hides
Yeah,
it.
he hides seed. So that's why he's called kafir. And for sayyi'at, this kafara, yukaffiru, any form of this this word is used. So that's why takfir, basically concealment, removal, and that's why they are driving from it that basically these are the minor sins. Allahu alam, but this is what they are when they ponder over these ayat, when they find the pattern, this is what their conclusion is. And the example they are giving is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, Rabbana faghfir lana zunubana. So for zunub, faghfir is used. Wa kaffir, takfir is used, anna sayyiatina. Our Lord, forgive us our sins and remove us our misdeeds. And that is because the word maghfira denotes protection and safety, and the word takfir denotes concealing and removal. And the proof that sayyat are the minor sins, that takfir, removal and concealment is used with that. Another example in tajtanibu. So this is ijtinab. What is ijtinab mean?
Like to stay away from something like.
Yes, to avoid. In tajtanibu, if you all avoid kabaira, what is kabaira?
Major.
Big
Major sins.
major sin.
Major sins. If you stay away from the major sins, matun hauna, what are made forbidden, anhu,
Mhm.
nukaffir ankum. Say yeah, no, this is up till here. In tajtanibu kabaira matun hauna anhu. So if you avoid the major sins which you are forbidden, we will remove from you your lesser sins. So nukaffir ankum, so we will remove sayyiatikum, your small sins. وَنُدْخِلُكُمْ مُدْخَلًا كَرِيمًا. So basically Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, if you avoid, because Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said that every son of Adam is khata'un. That is basically we can try our best, but still we're gonna have shortcomings, right? So, but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is giving us incentive over here that if you just stay away from the major sins, then these small misdeeds, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is going to remove from you. وَنُدْخِلُكُمْ مُدْخَلًا كَرِيمًا. And He will enter you a noble entrance. Subhanallah. May Allah make us among them, right? So this is a beautiful incentive over here, saying that we need to stay away from our, try to stay away from major sins, and whatever shortcomings, small deeds, small misdeeds we have, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is going to remove from our account.
May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala help us. Here in North America with our mortgages, my goodness, that's the big sin we have.
Ameen ya Rabbal Alameen.
That's my worry every day, every single day.
Inshallah, if your intention is there, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will bring you out, inshallah, very soon. So may Allah forgive our major and minor sins and enter us in Jannatul Firdaus, ya Allah subhanallah. Ameen ya Rabbal Alameen. Through His mercy, without any hisab. Okay, that is the one side. The other side is, I was listening to Ustad Noman Ali Khan, right? And he obviously, he was saying, because he also read classical tafsir, right? His point is different. He says that Zanub are minor sins and Sayyiyat are major sins. And he was explaining that Sayyiyat has come from Sa'a. Sa'a is evil, disgusting, right? And we know that in the story of that Habil and Kabil, the word Sawat, I put over here this ayah, is Sawata. What is Sawata? Sawata is corp. What is corp? Lash, right? A dead body, basically. So dead body, if we just leave a dead body, after few hours, it's gonna smell disgusting, right? And after 1 day, 2 days, no one wanna look at this corpse. No one gonna even wanna go close to this corpse, right? So he's saying that Sayyiyat are basically very ugly, disgusting, evil things or evil deeds. and basically he was quoting that this is referred to dead body and how dead body is very disgusting. So over here, Fabasallahu Ghuraban. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent Ghurab. What is Ghurab? A crow. Yabhasu. He was searching, or over here it would be like digging. Fil ardi, in the earth. Liyuriyahu, so he show him. So ara, we say ara aita, right? Ara, and then it could be Bab Aslama ara. And when it comes to Bab Aslama, it comes the meaning of show. So ara mean to see, but ara mean to show. So from ara yuri. So yuvari. And basically this is the same, this is it has is it Bab? It is, it could be Bab. I think the one has alif in it. So like Jahada. Jahada yujahidu. So when it comes to this one, Jahada yujahidu, it will become yuwariyu. That is because this is weak verb, right? So that's why it is going to conjugate differently. But look like this is a family 3, Jahada family. So yuwariyu, so he can show kaifa, how yuwariyu sauta akhihi. So how he can hide. So over here, okay, this yuvari is not in the meaning of showing, rather it is in the meaning of hiding. So that would be a different vara, I believe. Vara yuvari. So that would be something like that. Vara. Vara yuvari. So so Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent a ghurab, yabhasu fil ardi. He was digging in the earth, li yuriya, so he show him, and this is him is basically this Qabil. Kaifa, how yuwari, he can hide sauta, the corpse, akhihi, of his brother. So over here, sauta is basically the dead body. And then Kala, he said, Ya Vailata, woe to me. So he is regretting that how stupid I am. Just to, I am impressed, or I am ashamed over here also, or embarrassed, right? Ajaza also. Oh, that is Ajaba. Impressed is Ajaba. My mind has stopped working right now. So Ajaba is to impress, but this is Ajaza, Ajiz. What is Ajiz? When somebody is stuck, right? So Ajastu, he's saying that how I am unable, an akuna, that I be mithla, like haza ghurabi, like this ghurab. Fa uwariya sauta akhihi, I failed to be like this crow and hide the body of my brother. So he realized that how stupid he is, or how little knowledge he has, that he does not have even knowledge of this what knowledge is given to this crow. He is even lesser in knowledge to this crow. فَأَصْبَحَ نَادِمِينَ, and he became very regretful. Nadim. So over here, sawata is used, and this is same root letter, sayyat. So Allahu Alam, but this is how kind of we can differentiate between them.
Sarah,
Hmm?
I'm looking at the dictionary, and this root word is like varaya yauriyu, and then it has a meaning, like, you know how they say vara on the word vara,
Wara zuhuri. Yeah, okay.
so
Behind.
something you hide behind something.
Yeah.
But this is that word.
Yeah, Jazakallah khairan kaseera.
Right.
Yeah. So this is different than ara. I was mixing these two words. So ara is basically family 1, and when we bring to family 4, Aslama family, that will be ara, and from ara it is yuri. Ara, yuri, because it is weak, so it is going to conjugate differently. Ara, yuri. But over here, this yuvari, we can see that basically it has wow. So this is basically vara, and then if we bring to Jahada family, that would be vara, and from vara, Jahada vara ya, it should be, and from that is vara yuvari. Jahada yujahidu.
It's
Yuvari
these are
you.
different ones. The
Sorry?
varaya, this is varaya yauriyu. Varaya is Daraba family, they say. I don't know, maybe it's the different thing, or
Vara ya.
like
Yo,
it's a Daraba
yo,
family.
yeah. So this is yo, right? So ya has fatha on it.
Yes.
Over here, ya has dhamma on it.
Okay.
Okay, so that's why it is becoming Bab Jahada over here, family 3.
Okay.
So if it is Vara, and then it will become Yuvari. Yuvari, you. It should be Yuvari you, but this Ya would be dropped. So this is how it becomes Yuvari. So Jahada, Yujahidu.
Okay. Jazakallah khairan.
Okay, then I have some more, but I don't know if you guys have ability to grab what I'm going to explain, but this is very simple and easy. Nasib and Kifl. So Nasib and Kifl both translate as share or portion of something, but how we are going to differentiate Nasib and Kifl. Kifl is basically the exact share. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has used, this is a beautiful ayah, Man yashfa shafa'atan hasanatan. Whoever intercede a good intercession, yakullahu, for him, nasibum minha. So he will have share in it. What does that mean? If you direct someone to something good, so then you will have your share in this good deed as well. Right? And وَمَن يَشْفَعْ شَفَاعَةً سَيِّئَةً, and whoever, I don't know if it is intercede makes sense over here, because it is referring. If someone refers someone to something evil, right? You know, as a friend, your friend gonna take you to some place where you should not be, or if your friend is asking help in some something evil and you are being part of it, then you're gonna have the kifl in it. And what is kifl? Kifl is basically the exact punishment or reward, whatever. So what it is hinting to, we know that what is that? I think I put it here somewhere. We know that by the hadith of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam that if a believer or any human being, if they decide to do something evil, so Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala does write in his account right away what he has planning or kind of thinking about doing this evil. No, right? He does not write in his account until he does that. But when someone, or I should say a believer, decide on doing something good, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala record in his record right away. When you go to masjid, even though it's not time for salah, right, you went there maybe 15 minutes earlier or half an hour earlier, that is going to count your ibadah. Even though you are just sitting and doing nothing, you are not praying, right, but still you are in ibadah, in the state of ibadah, right? So your reward is there. So this is nasib basically. And what is kifl? Like exact reward or punishment, that is kifl. So when we do something bad, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is going to write only kind of exact punishment for that. But when we are doing something good, then out of his mercy, he can reward us more. We know that ayah of spending in the way of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala 70 times, and he said even more, right? So this is nasib. Kifal should be that if I have spent in the way of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala $1, then I should get a reward of $1. But the nasib is that I'm getting the reward of $70, 7 times more, or maybe even 700, right? So this is nasib. So this is the difference between nasib and kifl. You guys can read through. This is beautiful. And then also, I don't know, you guys have some brain juice left, so I can explain that, Jem?
I have 10 minutes
Yeah,
brain
go
juice
ahead.
left.
Go ahead. Go ahead,
Because I
Sister
have
Rahat.
appointment after. Go ahead.
Okay. So, okay, this one you guys can read through, but this is beautiful. This is from Surah Yusuf. So it says, Waqala niswatun fil madinati. Right? So the whole ayah is over here. Waqala niswatun. So ladies said, fil madinati, in the Medina, in that city, Imra'atul Aziz, in the city of that lady, the woman of Aziz, meaning the whatever her name was, Zulaikha or whatever, I don't know, right? So in the city, the people were talking about this lady, Imratul Aziz, Turavidu Fataha an Nafsi, that she has subdued this Fataha. Fataha is Fatah. What is Fatah? Fatah is like his ghulam, his slave. Fatah is basically young man, right? Fatah, Fitiyatun, young ladies. We see that in Surat Kahf as well. So Fataha, her Fatah, which is referring to his slave, which is referring to Hazrat Yusuf al-Islam, an nafsihi, because of his nafs, because she couldn't control her nafs. Qad shaghafaha hubban, and she has basically fallen in love with him. Inna lanaraha fi dalalin mubin, and they are saying, indeed, we see her as she is in clear error. So now the interesting thing is over here, there is Qala. There is Qala, right? And after that, what is this Niswatun? What is the role this Niswatun is playing over here?
They have file.
File. File of who?
All.
Qala. No, Niswatun, is that masculine or feminine?
Feminine.
Nisbatun, feminine by
Feminine. So it should be what?
قالت.
It
Qala.
should be Qalat. So why Qala is used over here? This is beautiful. So instead of Qalat, if it was Qalat Niswatun, and before I go there, so it should be Nisaun. Nisaun is like general public, ladies in general. So Nisaun, and what is the singular for Nisaun?
Imratun.
Imra'atun.
Imra'atun, right? So Imra'atun, and then we have Nisaun. Nisaun is the ladies. So this is the plural for Imra'atun. But Nisaun is not used over here. Niswatun is used. What's the difference?
Elite class of ladies.
Exactly.
Ashrafia.
Yes. So the word Niswatun is used to present royal, high status, elite women. So while Nisaun is used for women in general. So all Niswatun are Nisaun, but all Nisaun are not Niswatun. Right? So basically Niswatun over here is referring to elite class because this lady was elite. So that is one thing. And now Qalat, if it was Qalat Niswatun, because it's supposed to be Qalat because there is Niswatun, so that should show the Kasra. Kasra mean like many. Or we can say all of these ladies of that city, they were talking. But Qala is used over here when it is saying Qala Niswatun, it is showing that only few ladies were talking about. Because that incident was not very public. Right? So that's why we can see that only the ladies that know this lady, because this is elite class, right? So we don't have social media on that time. There wasn't social media. Today we know news of every celebrity, what is happening in their household, right? But that was not the case back then. So only few ladies who knows, who were basically the friend, maybe friend or whatever, right? They know and they were talking about it. And why we are saying that okay, Qalat, if it was Qalat, then it is going to refer Kasra. If it is Qala, then it is Killat. What is the proof basically? So it is saying over here, when the doer is a human broken plural. Is Niswatun human broken plural?
Yes.
Nisaun, Niswatun, both are human broken plural. So if the fail used is for the same gender, then it gives the meaning of Kasra. So Niswatun is human broken plural, and this is feminine. So Qalat should be used with that, right? But it is not used. So if it is used same gender, then it gives the meaning of Kasra. All, more, a lot of, all these meanings. And if the fail used opposite gender to give the meaning, then it is going to be used as a Killa. So now we see Qala is masculine and niswatun is feminine, and that is referring to killa, a less, a few, a little. So only few ladies, only elite, because not everyone is elite. Not all the ladies of this city were elite. So only the elite class, they were talking about that event or incident. So the word niswatun is a plural of imraatun. It is feminism. Here we see that the fail used is qala, which is masculine. So this niswatun does not include all women in the town, but only some of them, and which is the elite class. And another beautiful example, basically we are saying that, okay, these atun patron or una, ina, this plural patron. So if some ism has both plural, these combination one, which is considered, what this combination plural called? They are basically the regular, right? Muslimuna, muslimina, muslimina, that is going to consider as regular plural. And then even muslimatun, that is going to consider as a regular. But then there could be human plural, but they can be broken plural. For example, ulama, this is broken plural. So it could be alimuna, right? And ulama. So this one is broken and this one is regular. So if some ism has a broken plural and regular, obviously it is going to have a regular and broken. So if some ism has both of them, and then regular is used, then regular is going to show a number like 3 to 10. And this broken plural is basically referring to kasra, like more than these ones. So this is more. And over here we see waqalu lan tamassana naru. So these Bani Israel in Surah Baqarah. In Surah Baqarah, what do we know about Bani Israel? So many mistakes are mentioned by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala about them. They used to do this, and this. Right? Many faults, why? Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala want us to take lesson from that, and we should not be like them. So many faults, many mistakes are mentioned in Surah Baqarah. And in Surah Ali Imran, there are mentioned, but not that many. So in that is Surah Ali Imran, which is mentioning less mistakes, and over here lot of mistakes. The list is very big over here in Surah Baqarah. So now over here, وَقَالُوا لَن تَمَسَّنَا النَّارُ إِلَّا أَيَّامًا مَعْدُودَاتٍ. This ma'dudat, they are saying only few days. Sorry, ma'dudat, this is that regular or broken? Is ma'dudat broken plural?
Broken.
Or regular? Broken. Over here, ma'dudat.
Yes.
This one over
Okay.
here is regular, right? This one is regular, and this one is broken. And broken, I said, that is going to consider more. So they are saying that the fire is not going to touch us but yes, like some days. And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, Kul attakhaztum indallahi ahdan falan yuklifallahu ahda. Did you have taken oath from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? How come you can say something on behalf of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala when he does not promise you something like that he is going to burn you only for a few days? So over here, ayyam ma'dudat, they are saying that yes, we messed up big time, so maybe we are going to go to hellfire for days. But over here, ayyam ma'dudat is basically, this is regular, so this is, they are saying that only few days, maybe 3 to 10 days. For many, like very less few days. But over here, Maduda is referring that, yes, we messed up big time. So we have to remain in hellfire for some days. And then we see that when it is referring to in the command of Ramadan, fasting. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, فَمَنْ كَانَ مِنْكُمْ مَرِيدًا أَوْ عَلَى سَفَرٍ فَعِدَّةٌ مِنْ أَيَّامٍ أُخَرٍ. No, there is not Madudat. Madudat is used in Hajj as well. Waskur in Ayyamim Ma'dudat, when it is saying that when Hajj is done and people have to remain over there for maybe some people just leave right after when Hajj is done, and some remain like few days after, right? So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying that you can still stay there and you can remain, right? And ayyamam ma'dudat, the regular ma'dudat word is used over here, which is referring to only few days. And it's not sinful, like it's not going to held accountable if you just leave right away after you are done all your rituals, or you stay little more, few days more over there. So this again, Madudat word is used over there. And even I think in Ramadan, I need to check again. So in Ramadan, we can see that pattern. So basically, if it is regular combination, regular verb is used, regular plural are basically used, they refer to 3 to 10. So they are less as compared to broken plural. Broken plural refer to more. So basically, this is the thing over here. And what is next? Then again, Misra and Misran, this is also very beautiful. So, you know that these Bani Israel, they asked Hazrat Musa alayhi salam that we want all these food items, right? We don't wanna have patience on just one kind of food, which was mannu salwa, right? They said, we are not going to have patience on man salwa. You need to ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that he need to give us all these lentils and onion and garlic and all that stuff, right? So what they were said, ihbitu, you all go down. Where? Misran. Now in the Quran Pak you will see the word Misra and Misran. Misra, we can see that this is partly flexible, and Misran, we can see this is fully flexible, right? So what's the difference? So basically, when it is Misran, it is general, any dwelling, any settlement. But when it is Misra, then it is referring to Egypt. And this is basically play around on this word over here. Hazrat Musa alayhi salam used. He said that you go, he should have said, go, okay, ihbitu fil madinati, right? Or ihbitu what Kariya, right? Kariya, Medina, all these words are used. So he could have used any other word, but why Misran he used? Why? Because he's kind of hinting them. They were asking all these things. The list of the things they asked, basically that was reminding them of Misr, the slavery time they used to have in Misr, right? So Hazrat Musa alayhi salam is saying that basically you are reminding yourself of the slavery of that Misr. You know, when you are at some place and you have bad memories, you are not even going to think about that place, even though you might have a little good time over there as well, right? But that evil was more than a good. So we don't try to remember anything from that place. But they were asking all these things. So basically, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given them save them from that slavery, from that Pharaoh's tyranny and all that stuff, but they are still kind of into that, and they were asking all these foods. So Hazrat Musa alayhi salam being sarcastic over here and saying, okay, yes, you want to go to Misr, just go to Misr, right? So that's why Misran over here is used. And then Vanada Fir'aunu fi qawmihi qala ya qawmi alaysa li mulku Misra. So over here Pharaoh is kind of claiming that this Misr, this Egypt, it belongs to him. He has kingdom of this Misr. So that is also beautiful over here, how Hazrat Musa alayhi salam play around on this word. So inshallah, long class today. We can end over here. Barakallahu li wa lakum fil Quranil Hakim wa nafani wa iyyakum bi ayati wa zikril hakim. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك نشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت ونستغفرك 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 ونتوب إليك سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين.